Legendary guest. He is one of the biggest legends in professional wrestling, the most controversial referee in professional wrestling, and my dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Earl Hebner. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no. Earl. Give it up for Earl Hebner! That was not my idea with that entrance music, I promise. That was not me.
Could have been anyone.
Yeah. Here we go, I know what you're gonna say.
That was some of your shit. I know you.
Okay, well, hey, I'll take the blame. One more time, give it up for Earl Hebner! I'm gonna ask one question, then of course we're gonna take it to you. If you have a question for Mr. Hebner, please raise your hand. Mr. Hebner, how are you enjoying the UK?
I love it. I love coming over here. They got pretty women and good food.
Pretty women and good food. What else do you need?
You don't want me to ask that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We've got a question right over here. Chris is our co-host with the most.
Got a question over here. Have we got a question over here?
Anyone has a question, just raise your hand, please. Yep, we've got quite a few. This gentleman on the left has a question for Mr. Hebner.
Okay, question here from this young man. What's your name?
Thomas.
Thomas, very formal. What's your question, Thomas?
What's the biggest match you've ever had?
Well, to be honest with you, I've been asked that probably 20 years or longer, and I've had so many matches that I really don't know. I like the matches with Steve Austin because after the victory, I got a beer. And I kept saying, Steve, don't throw me so many of them. Damn, I can't drink that fast. He kept throwing them, and a couple times I had to wall out of the ring. And then finally I learned how he was doing it. I just hold it up and let it go. Guzzle it and wash your shirt or whatever I did. But that's what you call a good job, getting paid for drinking.
Magnificent. Do we have a question over here? Anyone over here?
We've got one here. A couple here.
Gentleman in a Cesaro t-shirt. What's your question, my friend?
What did it feel like to try and referee Andre the Giant, of all people?
You know, Andre was a different person, but a special person. And believe it or not, I said in his, he let me dress in his dressing room. And we played cribbage, and I said, Andre, I need a good hand. He'd take his two hands and clap them together. There's your hand, boss. But Andre was a great guy. I'll never forget, we were in Canada, I think, and we were doing a spot in the ring. And Andre was supposed to hold me, so he grabbed me by my head, and he held me. And the next day we got on a plane, we flew to New York in Madison Square Garden, and hell, my eyes turned black on the plane. And I go, Andre, look what you did to me. I couldn't even work that night from the pressure of his hands. He didn't even know his own strength. But he was a great guy, believe me. The world misses him.
Cool stuff.
Yes, round of applause, Andre the Giant.
Right, so
we've got a question here
very
on the right.
eager gentleman here with a question. What's your question, sir?
Obviously, you'll have heard the Screwjob loads of times, but what was it like in the immediate aftermath, like in the dressing room and round and about, like the few days, weeks afterwards?
Dressing room was okay, but the fans weren't too happy about it. But, you know, it is what it is. That thing is probably, I'm guessing 22, it's between 21 and 23 years old since that happened, I think. Because I've gotten older, I can't think like I used to, so I'm just guessing.
Cool. Well,
where is he?
I'm behind you.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just spreading the love around. Do we have a question over here? Anyone here with a question?
Got some here at the front.
Gotta be quick. We have a gentleman over here and some feedback. Oh, authentic.
What was your favourite Kurt Angle match to ref?
Oh, favorite Kurt Angle match. What was your favorite Kurt Angle match to referee?
Well, when we were doing a false finish, he did kicked me in the mouth and chipped my tooth, so that wasn't one of them. But no, it was a pleasure working with Kurt. really. And believe it or not, I'm a very lucky person. I came through this business with the old guys now. But I had the opportunity to work with so many people that were celebrities and were great. And God has blessed me in this business being with the... I mean, we still have good superstars, believe me, but not like when I was coming through. But God's blessed me, and I got a little issues here now. My body's worn out, but other than that, I can still walk and get around. So it's all good.
Marvelous.
It's better than good, Earl.
It's tremendous.
You don't look a day over 25.
I couldn't get in the ring as quickly as you did.
That's
Honestly.
right. You're sprightly.
Question over here. Anyone over here? Anyone? Yes, decisive. Shoot.
Oh, hi. What would you say are the most difficult parts of being a referee that maybe people wouldn't appreciate, like the skill towards it?
Whenever their favorite wrestler don't win, that's when they hate a referee. Oh, well, let me ask you all one question. How long you been up here today?
Well, just a while. Couple panels.
Okay. So I guess she super glued her wig. I'm glad it didn't fall off. It's embarrassing.
I have not been in a ring with you long enough. You always ask. He tells me to take my wig off every time we're in the ring.
I'd go in the ring, and
Every
I'd go,
time.
take that damn wig off.
All the time. Gives it a little tug. Don't tell him my secrets, Earl.
But you got to have fun. In this business, if you don't, you shouldn't be here.
That's right. And we're going to take more questions from the audience. But a question from me, I think some of the best times that we've had are, let's call them untelevised live events. So describe that to the fans, because I think when there's time for television and everyone's a little more stressed, but when we do what we call house shows, but on camera you're supposed to call them non-televised events, live events. But why is it so much more fun? We get to goof off, right?
You get to you get to do a lot of things that you'd probably get fired for if you were at TV. But it's we got to have fun too. We can't always be serious. So.
Yeah. Between you and Brian Hebner, it was just a giggle fest every time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Don't bring up a bad habit.
Baby Hebner. We've got questions right over here in the front.
Question in the front. Was it over here, did you say? Who had the question in the front?
This lovely lady here.
This lady here. Madam, go for it.
You've refereed some amazing matches over the years. What would be one match that you would wish you had refereed? That you wish you could have refereed?
I'll let him.
I don't know. That's a tough question.
I thought you were going to say gravy bowl match, no? Little gravy bowl action?
Yeah,
Jello?
Gravy bowl action. That sounds good.
I was waiting for you to say it. More questions for Earl Hebner. Where'd Chris go? We've got a lot here.
Who do you like the look of?
Who do you like the look of, Earl? He's going to let you cherry pick your
Hands up, you got a question.
questions.
Man has the power.
Well, I'm going to pick somebody in the front row so you don't have to run around so far.
You're a
The guy
gent.
right there.
Oh, thank God.
Obviously, things don't always go to plan in the ring. What's the most unexpected thing that's happened while you've been refereeing a match?
You're right. A lot of things don't go according to plan, but you improvise and you go get through it. The worst thing to do is to panic. Then you're totally lost, So, I mean, I've seen guys that go, "Oh my God, I should have done this, should have done that." I said, just grab him grab a hole and sit down, take a break, and go back. Because the more you stir it, the worse it stinks if it ain't right.
That should be a T-shirt.
Cool stuff. Who else takes your fancy?
Questions right behind you. There's
Oh,
a lot.
Right. This man has put both hands up, so this had better be a bloody good question. Actually, come here. You're not by the speaker. Shoot.
Oh, sorry. Whoa.
Set him down. He's all messed up right now.
Hey, come on.
I don't know what you own, but bring me some of it.
So how did you get into the industry, and what kind of got you into it? What actually drew you into being a referee?
Well, I'm going to tell you that it's being at the right place at the right time. I live in Richmond, Virginia, and I was putting a ring up and working at the concessions, and all the wrestlers living in Charlotte at that time. Well, the referee that they had coming up there, bless his heart, had a heart attack and died. So it was Joe Mernick and Crockett Promotions back then. So Mr. Mernick comes up and says, Earl, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what's that? He said, I need you to referee. I said, Mr. Mernick, I don't know nothing about refereeing. He said, hell, all you got to do is just listen. So I started doing it, and then they thought it was cheaper to use me on that territory rather than send somebody from Charlotte. So that's how I did it. And then, bless his heart, Dusty Rhodes gave me the biggest break of my life. And the dream was something else. And he'd always go, Baby Earl, come here, Baby Earl. I want you to do this, I want you to do that. Baby Earl. And God knows, I got very lucky. He took me in on his wing, and when I was down in Charlotte, he'd go, Baby Earl, you ride with me tonight. Come on, Baby Earl. I'd go, all right, Dusty. And I told Cody all the time, I mean, I love Cody Groves to death. I love the whole family. I mean, that's really the guy that gave me the break of my life. And then by being a twin, going up to WWF was another break, you know. So that's about it.
That deserves a round of applause for your illustrious career. Another question right here.
Go for it.
Hi, Earl. When you at the angle where you and The Rock were fighting Triple H and Mr. McMahon, how did that come about, and how much did you enjoy it? How was it different being in the ring fighting to actually refereeing?
I always enjoy when I can beat up somebody. I have a lot of fun, believe me. And like when somebody, if a fan jumps in the ring, I can see him coming, and as soon as he gets there, I got him. I'm gonna nail him. You know, I've been doing it all my life, so that's the way it goes. But you know, it's just one. Like I said, I come from the old school. All the shit that I used to do, you don't do it anymore. You get fired. You know, but it was fun, and you only get to do what the boys allow you to do. Like Ric Flair, I mean, God knows, he gave me so much, and it was unreal. I mean, you know, and you just, that's when you enjoy yourself. But to be honest with all of y'all here, so help me God, that Montreal Screwjob was a nightmare for me. And really and truly, I didn't screw Brett. Vince McMahon screwed Brett. Because if you look back at that tape, you're going to see he was at ringside. So the only thing I did, I motioned for the bell. But that didn't mean I screamed. Because Vince was sitting there screaming, ring the damn bell, ring the damn bell. So he was going to ring, that bell was going to ring regardless. You know what I mean? But, and, you know, I met up with Brett a while back, and we're great friends. In fact, I call him once a month, usually, and he'll call me maybe once every 3 months. But, you know, that's why people say, can you write I screwed Brett? I go, no, I can't. That crap's over with. I've carried that burden a long time. And, you know, it was a hell of a predicament that I was put in, but, you know, but regardless of what happened, it was going to happen. Whether I did it or Vince McMahon was going to make sure it was getting done. So that's it.
Well said. I've lost Chris again.
I'm
Chris,
ready.
where'd you go?
For my own laziness,
Oh,
this gentleman right
Here to
here.
the right.
Go ahead, sir.
Out of all the wrestlers who you had a bit of a confrontation with in the ring and sort of they shove you and you shove them back, did you ever surprise any of them when you shoved them and they fell legitimately when you shoved them down, or was it all, I mean, I know it's all like arranged, but did you surprise anyone that, like, the size difference, you could shove them on their ass?
Well, the thing is, if you look at some of the things that I did do, they would shove me into the ropes, and I'd get my momentum coming off, because you know, that gives me a little bit leadway. But you know, whatever I'd done in the ring, they let me do it. It's not that, I mean, hell, if I'd have done it on my own, I wouldn't have been here today. They'd have beat the hell out of me.
I always felt so bad for you when the divas, you get tangled up in their spot. That must have been horrible for you, Earl.
No, it
No?
was great.
It was great. We've got a question over here to the right.
To the right. Who was the question?
Oh, no, I thought you were sitting by someone that had
Oh,
a
no,
question.
no, I'd sat down
All right,
again, lazy.
this lovely lady.
There we go. Right, go for it, madam.
What's the funniest thing that's happened in the ring that really made you laugh? So made you...
You know, this business is a circus to start with. And we have a lot of fun, but some of the things that the guys will do out of the blue, it makes me laugh, you know. And they'll come in there and they'll joke around, and I'll go, man, come on, you're going to get me fired. Quit. But, you know, it's supposed to be business in there, especially at TVs, but, you know, those guys will joke around with you and everything else, but it's a lot of fun.
Got a question right here.
This gentleman here, okay. Yep, go for it, man.
In an industry that can be so cutthroat and political and a lot of crazy stuff happens, how have you managed to stay on the straight and narrow and remain in the industry for so long without falling off the rails?
You just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. You're not going to beat it. You're not going to beat whatever you're talking about to them. And so the best thing to do, just go with the flow and get your check every week.
Another one right here in the front row.
Here we go. Shout it out, my friend.
So, in an ever-evolving business, how has it changed? Have you had to change your style of refereeing over the years, or have you always stayed to one way of refereeing a match from the start until till now, or is it constantly evolving, the role of the referee in the ring?
The only thing that's changed about me in the refereeing business is my age, because I've done everything that I wanted to do, and sometimes I'll take a little bit further than I should, but I've always done that. And it's too, it's like my dad used to say, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. So I just keep going with what I've been going with, and it's done me good. It's made me a good living and well respected sometimes.
You're like a fine wine, Earl. Get better with age. That's right. We've got a question over here on the right.
Here we go.
Did you ever consider, or were you anytime offered to referee in WCW?
My brother and I both had an offer, a great offer. But at the time, at WWF, it wasn't what it is today. And when they went corporate, they went sour as far as the talent. They just didn't treat the guys right, all of them, But we had a deal with WCW, and it got out, and Vince called my brother and I up to the office, and he said, what's the deal on this WCW stuff? I said, well, they offered us a job. Well, what would they offer you? And we told him. He said, he threw a pad on the table, and he said, you guys, I'm going to be back in about 15 minutes. You write down what you want on that paper. So we wrote it down. It was, like, he ain't going for this, but what the hell, we ain't got nothing to lose. So we wrote it down, and actually he didn't hardly even look at it. He said, he come back in and said, okay, you guys can go. Picked it up and left. So, it was one of those deals, but, it's just like everybody wants to make a living. Everybody wants to make more money. That's like AEW, And God knows I bless those guys. And I hope they do great. I just hope they keep going and going, I don't know. I did a couple matches for AEW, and then Cody says, why don't you come to our TVs and help me with my refs, and then we'll put you in a match. And I said, Cody, I don't want to do that anymore. I said, I don't mind coming and doing something special that's going to get me in trouble. But I said, I just don't want to travel like that anymore. I said, but I will come and do your pay-per-views. But, it was just, I've been everywhere in my life. And I'm not a spring chicken anymore, and you can get locked. Oh, I can get locked up going through security at any airport probably, you know, because I can't take all the crap that they tell you and do. And I thought it's best, you know, I just stay home and take it easy and just do what I wanted to do, and that's the way it's been. But I've had offers to go back, but I you know, I just don't want to. I like what I'm doing now. All I got to do is sign my name. Don't get bumped, don't get knocked, you know. So that's it. That's basically my life now.
We've got time for one final question with Earl Hebner. Then he's going to get back to the autograph area. There's pretty women to meet. There's babies to kiss. You know, Earl.
You know me.
Yeah, that's how we do it. One final question for Mr. Hebner, and then we're going to let him get back to the autographs.
Who's catching your eye?
We've got one front and center. It's not a big hike for you.
Did we have a question from you for Earl? Have we had one? Yeah, we've had one question from this gentleman before, no offense.
Oh, we've got a lot over here.
Well, I thought you were Killian Dane at first, mate. I'm also half wrong. What's your question, sir?
You've been in the wrestling industry for a long time, but you've also been in the ring. What was it like taking on the WCW wrestlers back at Survivor Series?
It was, well, you know, when you do those pay-per-views and like WrestleMania and whatever, SummerSlam, all the big pay-per-views that you do, believe me, I've been doing this for 40-some years, okay? And when I go to WrestleMania, or when I was going, I'd get chill bumps. I mean, it was, you know, it was a lot of pressure going, refereeing those matches. I mean, it's not, you know, when you got 70, 80,000 people out there sometimes, or whatever it may be, it's great, but it's, you know, I don't care how good you are, you still get chill bumps. I know I do. But other than that, you know, it's good.
Earl Hebner, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us. Give a round of applause to the legendary Earl Hebner. Oh, that's better music.
Hey, cut the music for a minute.
Uh-oh.
See, that's how I get it done.
Yeah.
No, what I like to say, I was supposed to be over here before COVID ever hit, and then, you know, we had to wait. So I told the agent that got me over here, I said, I'm going to send the guy's money back because I'm not going to wait. I don't want to go. And he goes, no. Let me talk to him. And believe it or not, that's why I'm here now, because I didn't have a heart not to come, you know. And I made a promo and I said, and truthfully, I'm telling you, this is the truth. This is my last time over here because the flight's too far. And, well, you know, actually, don't never say never, you know, in this business. But right now, tomorrow night when I do that match, that'll be my last match over here. And I got 2 more matches in the States that I'm obligated to that I promised, and that's it. So tomorrow night, let's see, yeah, tomorrow night, it's over, you know. But
tonight, sir, I believe.
Yeah, I know, but they got me for tomorrow night. I'm too old to do both nights. Hell, what do you think? I'm gonna spring chicken?
The way you cut that music, you can do anything you want, sir.
That's right.
But anyway, I appreciate everybody over here, and I've been a good guy and a bad guy, but I love all y'all. And thank you so much. Thank y'all so much.
All heavy. Keep it going for Earl Hebner. A legend indeed. And of course, like he said, he's going back to the autograph area. You do not want to miss your opportunity to get an autograph and, of course, a photo op with Mr. Hebner. Keep it going, guys, for Earl Hebner. Yes. Sprightly indeed.
Okay. come and have a chat with you in a bit about the match. I'll come and talk to you in a minute.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, up next, right here in the main wrestling ring, we've got Vince's Devils, Ooh La La, Candice Michelle, Tori Wilson, and Lisa Marie Varon will be making their way to the